Ever find yourself staring at a mountain of tasks and wondering, where do I even begin? Well, what if I told you there is a way to break through procrastination and start crushing those tasks today? Stick with us. We've got a foolproof plan to get you back on track.
And trust me, you're gonna want to hear this. We've got some surprising tricks up our sleeves, and by the end of this, you'll be motivated and ready to conquer anything. So, what are you waiting for? Let's dive in.
Hey, English League! Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Gigi.
And I'm David. And today, oh boy, we're talking about a problem we all know too well: procrastination.
Ah, yes, procrastination. You know, that magical thing that happens when you look at your to-do list and suddenly your phone is just so much more interesting.
Exactly. Or suddenly your bed looks a whole lot comfier than that pile of work staring you down. You think, I'll just rest for a second, then get started, and bam, 2 hours later, you're watching cat videos. We've all been there, right?
Oh yeah, don't even get me started. But today, we're gonna break that cycle and help you finally get things done. And trust me, this is going to be fun. No boring do-your-work speeches here.
That's right. We're going to give you some real tips, share a couple of stories, and keep things light. We want you to leave here motivated and feeling good about tackling those tasks. Ready to kick procrastination to the curb?
Let's go.
All right, let's start with the basics. So what exactly is procrastination?
In simple terms, procrastination is when you keep putting off tasks, even though you know you should be doing them. It's like telling yourself, I'll start in 5 minutes, and those 5 minutes stretch into hours.
And let's be honest, sometimes that 5 minutes ends up turning into a whole Netflix series, doesn't it?
Guilty as charged. But hey, we've all been there. And you know what? Procrastination doesn't make you lazy. It's more like your brain trying to avoid something that feels hard, boring, or overwhelming.
That's right. Our brains are sneaky like that. They'll do anything to avoid discomfort. So it's not laziness, it's more about avoiding the stress of starting something.
Exactly. Take this common example. How many of us have said, I'm going to start working out tomorrow, but then tomorrow never comes? It's the same thing. We put off the task because it feels like too much effort, or we're afraid we won't stick with it.
I can totally relate to that one. The idea of starting a fitness routine feels great, but then the couch just seems to call your name a little louder. We avoid it because it feels like a big commitment. But guess what? Putting it off only makes us feel worse later.
Exactly. The fear of failure or just the thought of starting something new makes it easy to procrastinate. But once you get over that first hurdle, everything else becomes much easier.
And there's also the overwhelm factor. Sometimes tasks seem so big that we don't even know where to begin. And then there's the boredom. If something's not exciting, we'll always find something more fun to do instead.
Right. Like when you look at your to-do list and think, ugh, I don't feel like doing any of this. You keep putting it off because it just doesn't feel like fun.
So, now that we understand why procrastination happens, let's talk about how to break free from it. Before we dive in, quick quiz. What do you think? Why do people procrastinate? Is it because they're lazy? They're afraid of failing? Or they love watching TV shows?
I'm going with B. I think we're all afraid of failing sometimes. What do you think?
Drop your answer in the comments. We'll come back to this.
Now, let's break down why procrastination happens. First up, fear of failure.
Oh yeah, we've all been there. You know that feeling when you start a task, but then your brain starts thinking, what if I mess this up? And then instead of doing it, you just avoid it altogether.
Yep, our brains trick us into thinking that not doing it is somehow safer. But avoiding the task only makes it worse. The fear grows and we end up feeling more stressed.
And then there's the whole too much to do thing. When a task feels huge, it can be so overwhelming. You look at it and think, where do I even start? And before you know it, you're making excuses to do anything but that task.
Oh, I've definitely been there. It's like trying to eat a whole pizza in one bite. It's too much, but breaking it down into smaller pieces makes it more manageable.
Exactly. And let's not forget boredom. Sometimes tasks just aren't fun. and when they're not fun, we tend to avoid them.
Right, like that pile of laundry you keep putting off. You know it needs to be done, but folding socks is just not that exciting.
Yep, but the good news is, once we understand these reasons, we can figure out how to push past them.
Okay, let's do a quick role play. I'm the person procrastinating, and David is going to help me get started.
All right, let's see how this goes.
I know I should be studying for my English exam, but I'm just too tired. Maybe I'll watch a video first and then study after.
I get it, Gigi. But here's the thing. Imagine how much better you'll feel if you just study for 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes. You'll feel so much less stressed afterward.
You're right. Okay, I'll give it a try. 10 minutes, then I get a reward.
Deal. And hey, that's the trick. Just start even if it's for a short time. Once you're in it, it's much easier to keep going. All right, now let's get to the good stuff. How to beat procrastination. The first strategy is start small.
That's right. If a task feels too big, break it down. Let's say you have a big project. Don't think about the entire thing at once. Start with the first step. For example, you could spend 5 minutes brainstorming ideas.
And once you start, it's easier to keep going. It's like the first step is the hardest, but once you're in motion, you just keep rolling.
Exactly. Another trick is setting a timer. The Pomodoro technique is really effective. Set a timer for 25 minutes, work, then take a 5-minute break. It keeps you focused and gives you some rest.
I love that one. It makes the work feel less daunting because you know you're only working for a short time. Plus, after 25 minutes, you get a break to check your phone or grab a snack.
And rewards. Don't forget rewards. After you finish a task, reward yourself with something small, like a cup of coffee or a quick walk outside. It gives you that little extra motivation.
Yes, rewards are like the cherry on top. Just make sure they're small and don't turn into a distraction. We don't want to get lost in another 2-hour TikTok rabbit hole.
Exactly. And if you're still struggling, change your environment. If your phone keeps distracting you, leave it in another room. Create a space where you can focus and get things done.
All right, let's do a mini quiz. What's the best way to stay motivated when you feel like procrastinating? A, take long breaks every hour. B, break the task into smaller parts. Or C, watch more YouTube videos.
I'm going with B. You've got to break the task down to make it manageable.
Good answer. Let's see if our audience agrees. Leave your answers in the comments below.
Now that we know how to get started, let's talk about how to stay motivated. Motivation isn't always there at the start, but once you begin, it's easier to keep going.
Exactly. Motivation follows action. So don't wait for motivation to come to you. Take the first step, and then keep pushing forward.
Another tip, find an accountability partner. This could be a friend, a family member, or even a coworker who checks in with you to see how you're doing.
Ooh, accountability is powerful. It's like a little extra push. And don't forget to celebrate small wins along the way. Even finishing one part of your task deserves a mini celebration. All right, let's wrap up with a quick call and response. Repeat after me. I can break through procrastination.
I can break through procrastination. Yes, you can, and you will. All right, let's do a quick recap. Procrastination happens for a lot of reasons. Fear, overwhelm, boredom, but it's something we can overcome.
We learned some great strategies to beat procrastination, like starting small, using the Pomodoro technique, and rewarding ourselves for staying on task.
And remember, motivation often comes after you start. So just take that first step and you'll feel way more motivated to keep going.
We hope today's video helped you break through procrastination. Remember, you've got the power to get things done, and now you have the tools to do it.
So what's the first thing you're going to tackle today? Leave it in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up and share it with a friend who might need a little motivation too. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you won't miss our next video. You got this. See you next time.
Take care, folks, and start tackling that to-do list. Bye.